Welcome to the Midnight Founders Podcast, a national podcast focused on entrepreneurship. We are your hosts, AJ Rounds from Rev Road and Jake McHargue from CB Vault.
Here at the Midnight Founders Podcast, we focus on telling the behind-the-scenes stories of what makes a successful entrepreneur. Today we are in studio with the CEO and co-founder of Boso Lighting, Gage
New Year's
Cummings.
Eve. Yeah.
Welcome. Thank you.
Good to have you, Gage, all the way from Puerto Rico.
Yep.
Well, you didn't get here all the way from Puerto Rico today. Luckily, you were in town for the holidays, but welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So give us the 30-second pitch on what you're working on.
Yeah, just scaling my company. I own the fastest growing permanent lighting business in the nation. And
that's saying something because this is a huge trend. Like, it's not like you're the fastest growing in a very small market. You're the fastest growing in a huge market.
you guys know because you're in Utah, but across the rest of the nation, not a very big thing. I'll tell people what it is, what we do, and they're like, "Oh, I've never heard of that," until you show them like a picture.
Yeah.
But everyone here in Utah knows what it is.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know it wasn't that big across the
no.
country. Interesting.
Yeah, it's been around for about 15 years in Utah, but hasn't really blown up in many other states.
So there's a huge opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
it's
awesome.
the very beginning of the industry, basically. We're in very, very early.
That's
We're
awesome.
lucky. I'm very lucky. I had no idea I'd be in this space, but here we are.
Well, I'm excited to hear about the journey.
Yeah, let's do it.
Lots of growth coming up.
Yep, absolutely.
How did you get into this space?
I used to do door-to-door sales, just like everyone
You're
else.
talking to a couple of them right here.
Yep, exactly. So did door-to-door sales at Vivint, went really, really well. I had, honestly, like a 15-year career path there. I fully bought into the vision and everything, and I was super excited. But went and did summer sales, and then I got home, and me and my now business partner, we got home and we were just bored. So we're like, let's go start a Christmas light company. And we just started knocking on doors and selling people Christmas lights. Like, we'll put up your lights and take them down. And then we killed it. We did like $80,000 in revenue in like a month and a half. And we're just these 19-year-old kids. And it went really, really well. And then randomly one day, this is kind of a woo-woo crazy story, but...
Wait, say that again. Woo-woo.
Woo-woo? Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so one day I was knocking doors. I was in Alpine, Utah, and I just got this weird feeling. I saw this house that had those permanent lights, what we do now, and I was like, I felt this overwhelming desire that I wanted to just devote myself to going and building whatever that product was. I'd heard about it a couple of times, but me and my business partner had never talked about it. And the reason I say it's woo-woo, I'll get to it, but
I like it. I'm going to use that today somewhere.
It's good.
Somehow, woo-woo.
it's real. I'm a bit woo-woo, not too much, but
I want to hear what this woo-woo means.
woo-woo
actually.
means like, yeah, I mean, you can call it spiritual, whatever, like just some of those weird kind of divine. That's a good word for it. But we had the same plan, me and my business partner, for the next 15 years. Like, we're going to go build a region at Vivint, recruit like crazy, go build a huge sales team. Like, we would not sway. We were completely committed to that journey. And the reason this is woo-woo is when all that happened, when I felt this feeling of, oh, I need to go and build that, I pulled out my phone. I'm like, who's going to go to war with me? So I pull up his contact, and I'm calling him. Right when I call him, he's calling me.
Wait, what?
And we've never talked about this, ever. And, like, I just answered. I'm like, I already know he's going to say what he's going to say. And I'm just like, hello? And he's like, dude, what about permanent lights? And I'm like, this is just too crazy. So at that point, it was like, okay, this is like a sign from God. And so we just went all in. I mean, we've been through some really hard times. I don't know what you guys want me to go into. I can go as deep as you want, but
It's your podcast, man. Whatever you
no,
want to
it's
talk
your
about.
podcast.
It's your episode.
But immediately we hit the ground running. It took me so long to figure out how to sell it. I thought I was top of the world, best salesman ever. Because I did good at Vivint. I was the top rookie at Vivint at 19. And then I could not figure out how the hell to sell these lights whatsoever. It took me like 2 weeks. And then one day I called him. I'm like, I went to this Facebook lead to go and close somebody for these lights, and I just could not figure it out. So I'm like, I got to put my back up against the wall. So I called my business partner. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm not coming home until I get a sale. It's been like 2 weeks, and like I am so committed to getting a sale, and I just cannot do it. So finally, I go to this lead. I'm trying to close this lady so hard, just closing over and over and over, and she wouldn't give it to me. So I'm like, well, shit, I'm in the middle of Tooele. I'm just going to start knocking doors around here.
Tooele?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I drove from here, actually, Springville to Tooele to this lead. I'm like, I'll drive anywhere to go get one of these
awesome.
deals.
That's awesome.
And that night, ended up getting one. Got our first check. That was in March of 2022. From then, we did about $1 million in sales in our first 6 months from them. So got the first sale and immediately started running, started building, built a little summer team.
So had you figured out the like sourcing, like the product and how you wanted to do it before you made the sale, or was that kind of in the works at the same time?
So I'll tell you a little bit about the delusion and stupidity of me and my business partner that has taken us this far.
I promise we've heard it before.
Naivety is the best antidote for all this stuff, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So we made good money as sales reps at Vivint.
Right.
At 19, I felt like I was balling. And after that night of me getting that first sale, we'd never installed any of these lights or anything. I drained my account with just buying product because I was like, okay, we're in. We did it. Like, let's just go all in. Like, horrible decision, but it ended up working out. But we continuously got better and better at sourcing, and that was one of the biggest things that we've changed. The reason we're one of the fastest growing companies is because of the product.
That's awesome.
It's very much neglected in this space, and coming from our background,
So your product first, marketing second.
I'd say it's pretty at the same. I'd say same level.
Okay.
To be honest.
Okay.
But coming from Vivint, the best thing about Vivint was the alarms are just so much better than all of our competitors. So we're like, hey, all of our competitors like apps suck, so let's go build the best one. And now we've done that, and now it's just getting better and better. But yeah. You want me to keep going deeper?
Well, so you drained your account, but
Yeah.
how did you choose? Are you still selling the same product that you started with?
No.
Okay, so
No, I mean, it's continuously evolving for different types of sourcing and different types of manufacturing just to get exactly what we want. So, because that was a big thing that we figured out was majority of people that use our system, they use our lights every single night, which that is completely different compared to all of our competitors. But that's because we changed our product.
So not just holidays.
Not
and
just
things,
holidays,
yeah.
no. Like our entire pitch is, hey, you'll use this for holidays, just like all of our competitors' customers will. But instead of just that, you'll use this every single night because we have X, Y, and Z that makes our product a little bit different so that you can use it for architecture lighting. So
what is different? So yeah, why do they use it for architecture lighting?
you want me to geek out on you real
Yeah.
quick?
Geek out, man.
Okay, so
Let's add that to the woohoo moment.
So basically, every light is like an RGB system.
Okay.
So like these lights in here, maybe these aren't, maybe these are RGBW, but majority of LEDs just from China and stuff are like an RGB system. So when you press any color, like every LED system can do like 16 million colors, whatever, right? But you have to pull from red, green, or blue. That's what the RGB stands for. So when our competitors' customers try and do white, they're having to pull from red, green, or blue to make the white, which often shows like a super artificial looking tint. Like if have you ever seen yellow or blue, like very, very cold. And so we realized early that nobody wants to do any type of like beautiful architectural white on their house because it just looks tacky and artificial and it looks like LEDs on their house. So what we did, we said, hey, let's start developing and building this new system where instead of it being an RGB system, we'll do an ARGBW system. It's like this is taking me back to when I'm in the house trying to close customers.
I love it.
Like this is the whole pitch though.
Well, you may have a customer right here, so this is great.
But it really is a huge separator because instead of being able to just use it for holidays, you're going to be able to use it every single night because you can use the white spectrum. So W stands for white. So anytime you do white, you're pulling from white instead of like blue.
Trying to blend it, yeah.
Exactly. And so that way what you're able to do is do that natural, beautiful looking candlelight look. And then that A stands for addressable. So your house, how big is your home? How many square feet?
It's 4,300 square feet.
So 4,300 square feet. So let's say you have 700 lights. If you wanted to, you could have every single light be a different color. Now, nobody would do that, but the beauty of that is you're able to accent every single corner with just like a nice warm white. So what we tell people that are looking to do like candlelights is we say, hey, don't do candlelights because this will handle your candlelights as well as your holiday lights. So the biggest difference is instead of people using it for 20% out of the year, with our system, they're going to use it for 100% out of the year. And we're still fairly competitively priced. So yeah, that's the...
What does your warranty look like? Like
the what?
The warranty. What if they go out or they have some issues? What do you guys do for that?
We do 5 years for parts, 1 year for labor.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Is it a stick-on system or?
No.
Okay.
No.
So it's screwed
Absolutely
You
in.
bolt it on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fully, it's fully drilled into the house.
Okay.
So
Is it better for have you started working with any contractors directly when they are building homes?
a bit, it's not like a channel we've built out where we're diving into that super deep, but just a little bit.
So you've built it out mainly as a door-to-door sales team.
Door-to-door and lead gen, so
Okay.
outside of door-to-door. So we've got a force of like 75 reps. But
What's been the most productive? Has it been kind of the online lead gen or the door-to-door team?
door-to-door. This last year and a half, we've gone hard on lead gen, and it's shown us what we can do with lead gen. But in 2026, we'll do 25% through lead gen outside of door-to-door, 75% of volume through door-to-door.
Interesting.
Yeah. And truthfully, I think there's a lot of ways to go about it, but diving into door-to-door and building a huge org and creating opportunity is just a lot more aligned with what we care about doing. Our product is great, but door-to-door is what built everything that we do now. And so
is that your expansion plan, is just increase the teams and the training and just build across the country?
yeah, basically build a copy and paste expansion plan and then go into new markets. But every new market that we go into, that's going to be another $2.5-3 million of lead gen from Facebook, Google, mail, all of those other things outside of door-to-door. So it's like for the first 3 quarters of the year, we go super hard on door-to-door. And then the fourth quarter, it's door-to-door, as well as we're able to capitalize heavily on lead gen. So yeah.
Gage, how have you financed your business up till now? Because a lot of entrepreneurs, they're trying to figure out, do I bootstrap it? Do I go get debt financing? Do I go get venture? How are you doing it?
We have bootstrapped it the whole time.
Yeah.
So it's not ideal.
Are you proud? I mean, I think
I am
you're
proud of
that,
it
right?
because we've had to be extremely profitable to do that. And it's funny because everybody thinks we're making so much freaking money, but it's all just going into growth because we don't have any debt to fund it. But yeah, just with cash. But that's not the goal for this next year. With the amount of growth that we're about to see, we're going to go take on a lot of debt.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. What has been your biggest surprise growing this business, Gage, that you had no idea that would happen? Like the thing that came out of left field?
So that first night when I drained my account to buy product, I had no idea. think the biggest misconception people have when they get into business is they see social media, they see people making money, and they think it happened early. Usually anybody that's actually making money, it took a long time just because they're new and arrogant, and they realize, oh, this is harder than I expected. But the biggest misconception is just that you're going to start making money immediately. I mean, I was broke for 2 years. Like,
It was all tied up in inventory.
yeah, we're doing millions and millions of dollars, and like all of our sales reps are like, oh, holy shit, they're getting rich. And I'm like, dude, I have $2 in my bank account.
Does that mean you have to buy the inventory up front, or can't you do terms and just pay for it over
You
time?
can once you build a good relationship.
Okay, so that took some time.
Exactly. So,
Got it.
so I think the biggest surprise was how long it took for us to be making money. Like we were building out the spreadsheets immediately. It's like, oh, margin here, great. Oh, we're going to make millions of dollars our first year. No, not even remotely close.
So I'm sure you've trained hundreds of sales reps at this point. What has that experience in sales done for you as an entrepreneur, and what are some key things that you teach all of your sales reps?
I mean, sales is everything. Sales is literally everything. I don't think I'm the greatest business owner by any means, but from my journey of getting good at sales, I tend to be pretty damn good at selling people on working for me that are really, really good at what they do. Like my goal is not to manage everything. Like I want to find really, really good people that have done this before. Like everybody that I hire is usually in their 40s. I'm 23. And I hire them because they're professionals.
That's awesome.
But so I think sales is everything, regardless of if they want to be at my company forever and they want to build here. It's like developing the skill of sales is going to take you to wherever you want to go. To not know how to sell, I mean, you're just 100 steps behind everybody else that does know how to.
Is this Gage? Talking to a couple summer sales guys, which we are. Is this a quick, hard close sell like that, or is it more of a relationship, longer term sell? Because it is a bigger ticket item, right? Your average system's what, $5
grand, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a bit of both, but we train hard on you don't leave the house until you close it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the same hard closes that you do in summer sales you're doing here.
Yes, but there are times where it makes sense to ease off a bit, and just because it's high ticket. And so the biggest difference with what Bosso does in door-to-door compared to every other company, I would say, and surely people will disagree with this, but the reason I believe in what we do so much is because I think a lot of door-to-door is scummy, truthfully. Because what do top reps go and do a lot of the time if they need to go hit high production? It's like, okay, who can I go bully into buying whatever I'm selling? And maybe people will say, oh, that's not true. Like, I sell ethically, but it's like, if you really need to go get that deal to win the competition, where are you going? You're probably going to go to the slums and go find somebody you can say, hey, sign this. With lights, you can't do that. You truthfully cannot do that. It's a $5,000 item. People finance, but not very often. So it's like you can't go scam somebody into giving you their credit card for $5,000. That's pretty difficult. And
they almost have to have the house to even justify it, right? I mean,
100%.
You're not going to go sell this to a small townhome, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so that's what we sell on a lot of the time, especially for anybody inside of door-to-door. Anybody that has actually been in the game for a while will resonate with that. And that's why people love working with us, is because of the product itself. And when I used to sell alarms, I'd get somebody to buy an alarm. Whether they wanted an alarm super bad or I just convinced them to buy it, 3 months down the line, they didn't care about their alarm at all. Like, that was just the truth of it. And I don't think that's just because of me. I think alarms, solar, pest control, people don't care about it that much. With lights, when somebody buys lights, they're buying joy.
They're emotionally tied to it, aren't they?
100%. All you're selling is you and your family are going to love this. Your kids are going to scream when they see the lights. And That is the biggest difference, I would say.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys have all the apps and everything that control the lights as well? Kind
Yeah.
of similar to some of your competitors?
Yeah, we've developed our own internally.
Okay,
so that's
you
been,
built it. Wow.
Yeah, that's been a huge edge for us, is to be able to have proprietary software that is substantially better than our competitors, and we're able to showcase that when we're selling people. That's new. We've been developing for a long time, but finally we've released our app and we're continuously getting better and better with it. So
Cool. Gage, I'm so impressed with, let's go back to what you said earlier about draining your bank account, because this is the Midnight Founders podcast. So we're celebrating those Midnight Founders moments where you're at the very end and you're like, how am I going to survive till tomorrow? And it sounds like you've had a couple of those moments. So when you did that, what was your thought? You're like, I've got no money. There's nothing left. If this doesn't work, what?
that never even entered my mind.
Cool.
I think about that a lot. Like, I don't think I even realized how close we were to going under like 3 times. But even if we did, I would just feel like it's just a part of the process. Like, it was never like, oh, I'm about to fail. Like, because we'd been through so much shit that we were unfazed by anything. Anything that could happen, we could not be fazed. Like in November, for example, we had like 1,000 customers, November of our first year. And we'd been using this app, this Chinese app that just one of our suppliers had. And it's like end of November, so everybody's starting to use their lights. And we're this brand new company. Like, we're operationally a mess, financially a mess, completely broke. And we broke the servers of the app. So nobody can use their lights. At the same time, my father passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So at that time, we're dying. Like, financially, operationally, we're completely broke. We've got 1,000 customers that hate us. And this is a funny story. I text my business partner. I'm like, you got to send out a mass email to everybody, say, hey, we're working on it. And you guys know the difference between CC and BCC.
Oh, no.
You know the rest of the story.
Here it comes. Yeah.
So he CCs our entire customer base.
Oh, no.
And says, hey, we're working on this problem. And everybody's just blowing up. It's like a group chat.
With each other. They're like,
pissed.
I'm so
They're
mad.
all threatening to sue. And then then everybody feels like they can just say whatever they want. And then it was bad. And we were broke for a really, really long time. 4 months later, it's February.
Did you get the lights fixed? Like, did the app get fixed?
A bit. We were constantly fixing, pretty much.
But they were able to turn their lights on for Christmas, and
Yeah.
that's
Most people.
How long ago was this?
This
was
was
our
end
first
of
year,
2022.
2022. Okay.
So
crazy.
yeah, and then in February we're still just drowning from all of that damage that happened. And we had payroll in a couple days, and we're like, we don't have any money. Like, we're completely broke. So we had a $70,000 payroll, and we just started calling these lenders. And I mean, we're 19-year-old kids. We can't qualify for shit. And so we ended up getting a 73.24% APR loan to make payroll. I remember
Jake sees those all the time, don't you, Jake?
I remember
We've refinanced so many bad loans.
He's shaking his head right now.
I remember I'm talking to these guys, and they just sound sketchy. There's just these New Yorkers that
Hard
are like,
money lenders.
oh yeah, like merchant cash advance, whatever. I still get blown up. I get like 15 calls a day from all those people every single day to try and give me horrible terms on some money. But I remember sending it to my lawyer. I'm like, hey, am I getting scammed? Like, should I do this? He's like, no, how are you going to survive? This is a horrible loan. I'm like, well, I don't have any money. I've got to make payroll. So took the loan, had these weekly payments that were just killing us.
How many employees did you have at that time? $70,000 or $70,000 payroll.
Yeah.
Over like 20 employees or something?
Yeah, probably 25.
25. Okay.
Yeah, and also, I mean, we were managing employees horribly because we were just running around having no idea what we were doing. In hindsight, I mean, at the time we thought we knew what we were doing, but now looking back, it's like, you guys, we were stupid. Like we had no idea what we were doing. But yeah,
So you took the loan.
took the loan, made payroll, got in that same situation like a month later, had to do it again. And
On
Had
top
you
of that
paid the
loan.
first one off yet?
no.
So on top of
No,
that,
I had two. I had two going at the same time. But
it's looking sketchy.
yeah, it was crazy. Not many people know that story. But yeah, I think
Probably had a lot of sleepless nights.
yeah, I mean that whole first 2.5 years was hell. And that's why I say now if anything happens, completely unfazed. And there's a psychotic part of me that's like, I kind of want to go back, you know? There's a part of me that always is like, what if everything could just fall apart again? Just so we could rebuild it with the knowledge that we have now and go through it again.
That right there is the entrepreneur in you right there. I think that just says it right there with that sentence.
Yeah. I think there's
You love chaos. You love to build.
I mean, there's nothing more beautiful than getting through all of that and winning.
Well, and I think the self-confidence that you
That's
build
awesome.
after getting through a battle like that is...
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
I'm so impressed. I really am.
Thank you.
Well, tell us about what a blow to lose your father during all this. Tell us about that. What happened?
A what?
Your father passed away during all this.
Yeah.
So what a blow. What a challenge for you. How did you get through that mentally and emotionally?
Oh, I wasn't present at all during the whole thing. My whole family, I remember my girlfriend's like, hey, your family's really worried about you. You don't seem to care about this very much at all. Because my head was all I was thinking about work the whole time. Which is ironic because there's no one besides my father that I relate to in that sense of our brain never stops going regarding work. So...
How did he pass?
Drug overdose.
Sorry to hear it.
Yeah. So nothing you can do. I think that's the biggest reaction I had in realizing getting into business and this type of career, you start to think very logically, especially when things go bad. You have to turn off your emotional side of your brain to start thinking logically to get things done. And that's what I was starting to realize at the time with how horrible things were going in my business. And then when that happened, it was like, okay, what can we do? Like, how do we solve the problem? It's like, oh, you can't do anything. Like, that is a weird thing with death is you can't do anything. You can't solve the problem. So that was weird.
You just have to work through it.
You just, you can't control it. But, this sounds a little bit crazy, but obviously it's not ideal to have anybody pass in your family, but I'm grateful to have gone through hardships just in general. Like we live in Utah. Like there's people that have multiple family members die and they are happy. And I think we live in a world where something bad happens and it just kills them forever and they just dwell in the situation forever. But I'm grateful to have had hardships because now I feel that nothing could faze me. Anything could happen.
It's made you.
All my
who you are
employees
today.
could leave and we could fall apart and we rebuild it immediately. And I'm unfazed, so I'm somewhat
resilient.
grateful.
Yeah.
But it was hard.
Have you had a chance to grieve and just kind of get through that after a while?
I do my best. I try not to distract myself too much if it ever comes up and try and actually deal with it. But
Yeah.
my life is busy, definitely.
Yeah. So when did you decide to, so you're building your company, revenues are coming in, you're building your sales team, you're seeing growth happen. What, a lot of entrepreneurs want to stay in this, in the moment, in the location and stay present and stay focused. But you decided to go to Puerto Rico for a while. Tell us what prompted that and kind of what that's all about.
Well, taxes.
I was thinking you would say that.
That's the real answer. No, I remember after all of that happened, I got a call from our CPA a few months after all of that craziness, and he's like, "Hey, just going through your taxes, and you owe like, it was nothing. It was like 20 or 30 grand for taxes." And I'm like, "Dude, I have less than $1,000 in my bank account. Like, I haven't made any money. What are you talking about taxes?" And I didn't understand anything back in the day in that regard. And so I'm like, I will never pay taxes again. I'm very passionate about beating the game and not paying Uncle Sam. And maybe this will get me in trouble, but I'll do it legally and I'll figure it out. So
You need to talk to Sean Finnegan and the team over at Tax Hive. That's their whole mission.
Yeah,
Is
for
helping prevent taxes. He's been on the podcast and he's like, that's all we do is help entrepreneurs and business owners not pay pay their fair share, but of course, but not overpay.
yeah. See, those people are a fight for good. I don't know them. I should get in touch with them though.
You do. You need to
Happy
get in
to
touch
connect you
with
with them. Yeah, they're awesome. They are awesome.
But yeah, that happened, and I'm like, well, let's move to Puerto Rico. I'm not doing it. And I don't know if you guys know about the whole strategy there, but you just got to go become a resident there, and you get some nice benefits. 4% instead of 40% is nice.
And you have to live there for a certain number of months a year. Is that right?
6 months and 1 day, 183 days.
6 months and 1 day. Okay.
Yep. So went to Puerto Rico. It was good because it taught me I can't be everywhere. So you have to build a little bit more scalability if you're not there for things to run without you a bit. And so that was helpful there. But yeah, now coming back, like we're growing so much and I also just miss being a part of the action a little bit. And I'm also flying all the time from Puerto Rico to like Washington. So it's like, I'd rather just be here. I'll figure out the taxes part and
time to talk Tax Hive for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I jumped on your LinkedIn or not your LinkedIn, your Instagram and followed, I saw you did a bunch of traveling in the last couple years.
Yeah.
Where was your favorite
That was
place?
all this year, actually.
Where was your favorite place you went this year?
Dubai's great. Brazil's great. The best place is Bali.
Really?
Bali's the best. And I did that with our top guys last year, actually, in October of last year in Bali. But Bali is unbeatable. I mean, it's the most grateful people, and it's beautiful out there. Have the jungle.
That's
Big
cool.
fan of the jungle. And so I'd say Bali, definitely.
Cool, man.
Favorite place I've traveled to?
What advice would you give other entrepreneurs that are maybe in your spot or in your phase of growth, and how would you, if they were to ask you, what do I do? What's the secret? What would you tell them?
I think the biggest piece is, and this sounds corny, this is such like a salesy thing, but you do have to figure out why you're doing it. Like nothing matters if you don't know why you're doing it. And you're not going to care about it unless you know why you're doing it. If you don't figure out why, you're usually executing based on what other people think or what you think might be a good idea. But if you can figure out why you're even in the spot that you're in, then you can execute to align with that vision. That's where you win. And if you're actually doing your business aligned with why you want to be in business, everyone will follow you. Like if you have a strong reason of why you're building what you're building, then you can sell anybody on, hey, this is why this is a good idea. Like it's going to change people's lives, whatever it is. As long as you have conviction there, then the how is easy, I think. As long as you can be a little bit logical instead of too emotional and you understand why you're doing what you're doing, you'll win.
So tell us your why. I mean, you've kind of alluded to it a little bit, but let's hear it.
There's a few large factors, but biggest thing is the reason I do what I do is before I got into my career, I got a 1.7 GPA in school. Like I was a horrible kid. I did not go to school. I did whatever I wanted to do all the time. I just went and hung out with my friends. And I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And then I went and did sales, and door-to-door sales changed my life. Maybe that's corny, but I don't care. Like,
I mean,
door-to-door-
we've heard it so many times on the podcast.
We really
that
have.
People have said that exact same thing,
Yeah.
that the door-to-door sales experience changed or altered the course of their life.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the things you go through, you can't teach that.
So to every kid out there, go get a sales job.
100%.
Go learn how to do, and whether it's door-to-door or another type of sales, I think getting your kids in sales early on is
Yeah.
a huge thing.
It
Yeah.
really just helps you understand people and read them, and then kind of tailor what you need to say or do to help them and not just help yourself.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah, definitely. So I'd say that gave me purpose. Like, Vivint changed my life, going and working at Vivint. And I see what Todd Peterson did. And I say, okay, what happened for me? I want to recreate what he did on the largest scale and do it bigger. Second piece, alongside Todd
Good for
Peterson.
you. Do it
is-
bigger. He did it pretty big.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so
Well,
good
I
for
was
you.
just to my second point, the other piece is I'm very competitive. I'm not very competitive with our space because we're killing our space. Like, we'll have some big players get into our space within the next couple of years. We've got private equity getting into the space. It's becoming extremely lucrative to be inside of this industry, just in home service in general. But my competition is the behemoths that you guys all know in Utah that have built huge sales forces of thousands of reps. That's what I'm competitive towards. I care that I go and build that. Not necessarily so I can say, hey, we've got so many reps, but some of these companies that have actually done it right, it's like they have cultivated a culture of, hey, we're going to go and build $1 billion enterprise, and everyone's taken care of forever. Like, you hear about the whole go build financial freedom, and that's pitched everywhere, but usually it's not. Usually it's kind of just a sales pitch to all their employees a lot of the time. But there are a couple companies that have actually pulled it off, where they build an incentive plan and reps devote themselves to building inside of that organization, and they are taken care of forever. I want to recreate that, but
That's
larger.
awesome. That's an awesome goal.
That is cool.
My biggest why, really, I couldn't do this by myself. I could, but it wouldn't be fun. I wouldn't care about it. The reason I loved door-to-door so much was because of our little car group. Like, I would go out to area with my 4 homies, and for some reason, I always had some weird kids in my car group. Like, they're just like some weird kids that weren't that good, but we would always have competitions, and it was like, I know that if I go produce, these weird kids that don't have anything going for them, they don't have friends, if we can have some unity and they like me and they believe in me, they'll go produce and these kids will be lifted up. Like, that's real winning to me, is if you can find those kids that are kind of outcasts, that you can change those kids' lives. Like, in an ideal scenario, we just take our whole team to Mexico and we go recruit a bunch of kids from Mexico and bring them here and change their lives, because most of the people in Utah, they already have good opportunities. They'll all make good money, but it's like, if I could go find a bunch of kids from the slums and bring them into my opportunity, that's a real win for me.
That's awesome.
That tells me, Gage, that your goal really is to help bless other people's lives, especially your employees. That's what you're looking to do.
100%. And I'm bad because I pick favorites totally. I have people that are just killer salespeople, but then there's like the kid that like is kind of sucking, and I'm like, I love you, dude. We need to make this guy win.
You're a champion of the underdog, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Like, I care about the outcasts almost too much a lot of the time. But that has helped us build a culture where nobody's pushing people down. Like,
That's great.
If you're inside of our organization, you're a part of something where everybody wants you to win. And it's reciprocated across the whole board.
Cool. Gage, you mentioned you follow a couple people and you respect a couple people. Who are those people?
Todd Peterson.
Oh, okay.
He's the guy you look to.
But he's also he's the one I have to beat.
I love it.
And
He's in your sights.
that's no respect to Todd and anybody that's been with Todd, but I mean, he's the bar. He is the bar. He's the only acceptable bar that I see of we need to go recreate that and do it bigger.
Very good.
Well, I'm excited to watch it happen.
Thank you.
Let's go. Yeah,
Let's
here's
do it.
the lighting industry taking center stage.
Yeah. Well, and it's a chip on my shoulder too because Todd told me I couldn't do it.
When was that?
Twice. When I left and like a year and a half later, he said, maybe you're not fit to run a business. And so here we are. We got to do it bigger and better now.
There you go.
And again, no shade towards Todd whatsoever. Like I just said, he is the one person I actually look up to. He's the one person that will enter my brain and say, what would Todd do?
That's
There's
awesome.
not many people that I think about like that. But yeah, he's also my largest enemy at the same time.
Got it.
Just because I have to create that in my head so that I can win the game, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's awesome that you have the fortitude to be able to like have somebody like that in your life that you look up to and have them give you a response like that and just use it as fuel. I think that's part of what will make you succeed as an entrepreneur. It's something that we hear a lot on the podcast.
It really is.
Thank you.
I'm excited to watch it happen. And yeah, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good luck, Gage. Where do
Thank you
people
very
find you if they want to reach out?
Not on LinkedIn.
Not on LinkedIn, yes.
Yeah, my
Establish
LinkedIn
that.
sucks. But you can find me CEO Gage on Instagram. I haven't been as active lately, but I'll get it going soon.
Or what's the website?
For Bosso, go to www.bosso.biz, B-I-Z.
Sweet.
Good luck with everything. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
The Midnight Founders Podcast is hosted by Rev Road and CB Vault. CB Vault is the entrepreneurship arm of Central Bank.
And Rev Road is a venture services sweat equity partner where we help your company grow faster. If you like what you heard, please like and subscribe to the podcast and share it with all of your contacts. Thanks for listening.